Previously on Almost Live.
And Ken Schramm.
Would you stop with the Ken Schramm jokes, okay? Just stop it.
What's the matter with you? Wait a second. You love him, don't you?
John, I'd like to introduce you to my cousin, Sabrina.
Why do I always get all the gay parts?
Diddly-dee-diddly-diddly.
Pat, what are you doing? I'm just getting ready for that cross-dressing bit that we're going to be shooting.
Pat, there's no cross-dressing bit in tonight's show.
Hey, don't like that!
So much. Well, I have to say it's the end of a very confusing day in Seattle. The Mariners won. All right, okay. Sure, yeah, they're clapping now. What were you guys all saying yesterday? Let's be honest here, please. Everyone had jumped off the Mariners bandwagon. All those angry people in the dome, you know. Hey, we did the wave and they still lost, man. I want my money back. I'm not a Mariners fan anymore, man. And then the Mariners won and they're like, what? Oh. Do we jump back on the bandwagon again? I don't know. Maybe we should just start going to Sonics games and get really mad at them if they don't win the championship. I'm not jumping back on the Mariner bandwagon unless they win one more game. Then if they lose again, I'm going to be twice as mad. You know, the rest of the country thinks we're really crazy up here. You know, they've thought it for a long time. The rest of the country thinks about us the way that the rest of Seattle thinks about Wallingford and Fremont. You know, like those hippies, you know. That's why the rest of the country can't believe that we've somehow stumbled into this growing fish war with Canada. I mean, are you keeping up on this? I mean, because they are pissed off at us up in British Columbia. I mean, they say that we're taking all their salmon. They won't stand for it anymore. They blockaded an Alaskan ferry. They told our military to get out of their waters, and you know, all sorts of hassles at the border. I mean, it isn't supposed to be this way, right? We've always been buddies with the Canadians. They come down here and load up on cheap beer and Levi's, you know, in that. They go to the outlet malls, you know, we go up there to their drugstores and buy that really good candy and the aspirin with codeine. It works out for everybody, you know? Now they want to start a war over fish, which I guess they didn't buy our argument that we get a third more salmon because of the exchange rate. They didn't buy that. But I have a question here. If there ever was a war between the United States and Canada, where would draft dodgers go? Probably Vietnam, I guess. I don't know. They'd go to Vietnam. Imagine if the Canadians won the war. I mean, it just would be terrible. I mean, gosh, think about it. We'd have universal health care, no handguns, and stronger beer. It'd be horrible. It's awful, you know. Actually, no. I shouldn't joke about a serious issue like that. It's time that America should wake up to the threat from the North, and because of that, Almost Live would like to present the following government film. Mr. and Mrs. America are happy with the great American way of life. But what will happen when Canada takes over?
Rainy day people always seem to know when it's time to call.
What's that sound? It's Gordon Lightfoot music. The cruel Canadians play it 24 hours a day. That's right, kids. Duck and cover your ears.
Rainy day lovers don't lie when they tell you they've been down like you.
There used to be a big variety at the supermarket. Now, only bacon and cheese. And now you pay in Canadian currency. That's right. Cover your eyes from the brightly colored money. A $10 bill can blind you in 5 seconds. So you don't like hockey, eh? Off to jail with you, bub. No more coffee. It's tea time now, Yank. Get used to it. Imagine television controlled by Canadians.
Here are tonight's curling results. Saskatoon over Moose Jaw.
Move over, Martha Stewart. It's cooking Canadian style.
Peas, Irish potatoes, tomato juice.
Look what will happen if the stronger over-the-counter Canadian medicine is forced on the American people. Would you want to look like this? When you drive to the Canadian border, give the right answer.
Anything to declare?
War. Yes, war. Get marching, America. No cheese. No metric system. No Gordon Lightfoot. Together we can stop the Canadians. All right, stay with us. We've got a great show, and we'll be right back, eh? Woo! With Stan Hicks.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Daredevils. I'm Stan Hicks, and boy, are you folks at home in for a treat because we have with us today the current Daredevil champion of the world, Nick Sweet, and his manager, Bobby D'Amato. Welcome them, please. There they are. Daredevil, Nick Sweet, and Bobby D'Amato, welcome both of you to Daredevils.
Thanks, Dan. It's great to be here. Isn't that right, Nick? He's pretty tired.
Well, it's pretty hard work, I guess, being a daredevil.
You said it.
Let's talk for a moment about the amazing stunt that earned Nick the title of Daredevil Champion of the World. He chained himself into a '64 Rambler with a load of plastic explosives in the trunk and drove off Niagara Falls. Now, those explosives were timed to go off halfway down the falls.
Which they did.
Right. And that rocketed Nick here straight into the riverbed where he was jammed underwater for 8 hours.
That's correct.
And yet, somehow he survived.
Oh, yeah, he survived. He's fine.
That's just incredible.
Yeah.
Nick, let me ask you a question. How did you feel when you realized you had made it and you were now Daredevil, champion of the world? Exactly how tired is he?
On a scale of 1 to 10?
Yeah.
10.
Yeah. He's pretty tired.
Oh, yeah.
Have you considered the possibility that he might be...
So tired that he could sleep through almost anything, including a national interview on TV? Absolutely.
Interesting. Well, I understand that Nick now is currently on tour.
Yes, Dan. You see, Nick's experience with Niagara Falls that merely whetted his appetite for plummeting off of high structures.
Uh-huh.
In fact, as you know, just this afternoon, Nick went off the roof of this very building.
Well, indeed, I do know that, and I think, in fact, we've got some video of that jump, if you folks want to look.
Hey, there he is. You see, he's very excited. We can barely hold him back there. We're putting on the safety helmet, and now the safety glasses because you don't want anything to happen to his pretty blue eyes. And now, this is kind of cute. Before every jump, he calls his mother.
Oh.
Yeah, look at, hi, Mom, everything's great. I'm about ready to jump. Okay, see you later. Bye. Okay, and now he's walking out there. He's getting to the ledge. One more safety feature, though. Got to check the wind. There he goes. Make sure the wind is fine.
Yeah.
Oh, it's good. It's good for a jump. Everything's a go. There he goes. Oh, man. That's one of his best jumps ever right there. Now they're checking him out to make sure everything's okay. And he's giving them the thumbs up. Everything's fine.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. Well, that is certainly a man of great courage.
Oh, you don't know the half of it, Stan.
What's next for Nick Sweet?
Well, I'm thinking a lot more roofs.
Yeah. Well, thanks for being with us on the show, and best of luck to both of you. That's all the time we have for today. Join me tomorrow for more Daredevils. Let me shake your hand.
Studio amplification for Almost Live provided by American Music.
This is the Late Report. Well, Seattle mayoral candidate Paul Schell has now received official endorsements from Rice, Nichols, and Chow. Meanwhile, his opponent, Charlie Chong, has picked up the support of Snap, Crackle, and Pop. In an effort to improve undergraduate education, University of Washington President Richard McCormick has asked professors to involve more undergraduates in their research projects. In response, professors have requested extra funding to buy really big mazes and giant mouse suits. A Fremont store called Nuts is selling a male skeleton for $2,000. The skeleton is pretty much complete except for nuts. And now, I'm pleased to introduce a new segment to the Late Report, Almost Live Sports Talk with Bill Stainton.
Thank you, John. Well, it's been a big couple of weeks over at Sonic headquarters. First, Sean Kemp goes to Cleveland, and now Steve Scheffler has been traded to Denver. Scheffler says he's happy with the move because Denver has some of the most comfortable benches in the NBA. Okay, you see what I just did there? I made Steve Scheffler the butt of an Almost Live joke. Let's face it, Steve's been our bread and butter since arriving on the Sonics bench. You know it, we know it, and the Sonics know it. So when the team decided to trade him, they came to us first. That's the kind of relationship we have. George Karl sat down with us right downstairs and said, listen, we got to let Chef go. But who can we get for you guys to make fun of instead? Well, since Rodman wasn't available, the answer was clear. We got to go back to our roots. We got to go back to Ellis. Yes, Dale Ellis is returning to Seattle. He brings a different energy to the show than Scheffler. Scheffler made for more passive punchlines, usually dealing with benches or showers, but he was consistent. He had that consistency which you have got to have. Ellis, on the other hand, is aggressive and unpredictable. When the show's coming down to the wire and we need jokes, Ellis is our go-to guy. We can count on him to score. For example, if he crashes another car, we can use this video and say that it's Dale driving. If he gets into another fight with a teammate, we can make a funny prop like the Dale Ellis Rock'em Sock'em Robot. And of course, if he gets arrested yet again, we can write another sketch like, what stupid thing will Dale Ellis do next? You see, for my money, Ellis is a proven winner, and we are glad to have him back in the starting rotation. Welcome home, Dale. This has been Sports Talk.
Thank you, Bill. Well, the University of Washington's Experimental College is reopening, offering classes like salsa dancing, street style, and getting the facts that get jobs. Job fact number one, if you can't get a real job, you can teach a class at the UW Experimental College. Microsoft is concerned about the Billy Graham crusade taking their slogan, "Where do you want to go today?" and changing it to "Where do you want to go tomorrow?" Microsoft is also upset with Metro's new slogan, "Where did you want to go yesterday?" Well, a new Mariners store called the Mariners Clubhouse opened this week on 4th Avenue, and here with some products from that store are Barb Klansnick and Kim Evie.
Thanks, John. We did a little shopping at the aforementioned Clubhouse, and we got some great new products lined up for you. Kim?
Thanks, Barb. Okay, first up, for the big unit in your family, it is the Randy Johnson cap.
Oh, very
wow.
Nice.
Yeah.
We'll try that on here. Let's see.
Sexy.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Nice.
Good. Very
Yep.
nice.
That's a gift that's truly picture perfect. Barb?
Long hair is just so versatile. Next, who can forget the raw emotion of Joey Cora during the '95 postseason? Well, now you can relive that moment and grow a healthy vegetable garden with the Joey Cora watering kit. It's okay, though. After today, Joey's crying tears of joy.
That's right, Joey. But hey, you should never feel bad because, you know, the M's are, after all, the cutest team in baseball, which is why you'll want to play Mariners Mystery Date. That's right. Roll the dice and see who you get. You could hit a home run with Alex Rodriguez. Or strike out with Bill the Beer Man.
Either way, a night to remember. Finally, you've seen Malibu Barbie, Glitter Barbie, and Rockstar Barbie. Well, guess what? Now there's a Barbie for you Mariner fans. It's Buhner Barbie! The shaved head and goatee of the bone, Jay Buhner, comes with tiny razor and shaving cream to keep that dome a-gleamin'.
So you can spend the rest of the season using these great products to create your very own Mariner magic.
Hey, join us next time when we'll bring you Seattle Rain gear.
All right. Well, thanks very much, guys. Those are some very interesting products. We certainly hope that... Finally, Seattle's Laney Surgical Arts has started a plastic surgery gift registry. One doctor says he's excited by the prospect of a happy young couple opening their gift envelope and exclaiming, "Honey, we got the breasts!" This has been the Late Report. Thank you, and we'll be right back.
Sister Wendy, Britain's national treasure, is on the move. Yes, you've loved her on PBS, but you'll get sprung when HBO presents Sister Wendy's Death Art Jam.
Yo, y'all ready for this? She's the hardest working nun in the art business. Y'all give it up for the godmother of gallery, Sister Wendy!
Thank you so very much. I'm delighted to be here.
Yeah, you'll get down with your bad self as Sister Wendy analyzes the interplay of light and shadow in Monet's Weeping Willow.
One cannot help but be moved by the brooding contrast of overhanging branches, broken up by piercing shafts of light and color, a technique known as chiaroscuro.
Now you'll feel the funk when Sister Wendy goes medieval on your ass with Sassetta's St. Anthony leaving his monastery.
Imagine St. Anthony's trepidation as he exits from the safe, womb-like interior of the monastery. Who among us has not felt that kind of sadness, that kind of loss?
Finally, you'll want to do the nasty when Sister Wendy gets down and dirty with Van Gogh's Walk at Twilight.
And as the crescent moon shines down upon the two figures walking side by side, one can only ponder the hieroticism of naughty deeds yet to come.
It's Sister Wendy's Deaf Art Jam!
Join me for an exhilarating exploration of fine art and naughty bits. Fridays at 8, right after Donnie Simpson's big-ass bag of video rap. It's live.
Well, thank you very much. That's just about all the time we have tonight, but be sure to join us next week when we'll proudly present the sequel to the Green River Dance, The Lord of the Green River Dance. Now, until then, watch out for Canadians. Bye, eh? Just kidding. Bye-bye.